Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. So I have two potential solutions to this puzzle. I haven't tried inputting either one yet. But if we look at the first sentence for this clue, there's no body, no weight, no scent, no sound. I think that's referring to the circle with no dots on it. Or here, where it says grasping at its treasure, could be referring to the diamond shape here.
I will help where I can.
I'm gonna try this one first. So it should be the circle, 5 fingers grasping, 6 adventurers, and only 3 survived. And that's it. Cool. The other potential solution would have been, I think, 5, 6, 4, and 3. The remains of the Minotaur have been carefully dismembered and carved with profane runes, similar to a ritual sacrifice. Oh! Let's pull back. Oh, haste up, then we'll send Sela in there with Mark of Justice and start whittling this guy down.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Begone, fiend! You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
This will hurt. A calculated risk.
I never used that. Whoopsies. That's probably fun. That's a really big heal. Oh, she's not even doing anything. Here. Oh, I got an achievement for that. I didn't think he was that tough, but I mean, I'll take it. Alright, so we got 3 items here. We'll start with Demonic Resentment. Whenever the wearer of this helmet is under a rage effect, rages affect bonuses on melee attack rolls, melee damage rolls, thrown weapon damage rolls, and will saving throws increases by 1. This is actually better than it seems at first glance, because barbarians don't rely on many mental attributes. So you can easily swap this out for a headband, since they really only need strength and constitution, which is covered by a belt. That's really good. Then Bracers of Breaching. Whenever the wearer of these bracers confirms a critical hit, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw, or become vulnerable to piercing damage for 2 rounds. Alright, so it depends on critical hits. I'm not going to swap it out for what either one of my archers are currently using, because that's guaranteed bonuses. White Wind's Cloak. This coat can now be worn only as a cloak, but in its glorious days, it belonged to an heirloom of a family of divine duelists, the Dufort family and the Knights of the White Wind, paladins who have tended away from the heavy armor, shields, and weapons normally associated with the crusading paladins. They're as devout and as dedicated, who have their own spin on it through lightweight, speedy styles, and an emphasis on perfecting the art of the duel. Such coats were seen by these duelists as a badge of office, their sign of knighthood in their own order. When one earned this coat, they were officially titled a Knight of the White Wind. Now, this damaged coat can now be worn only as a cloak and only by a non-evil aligned creature. If this cloak is worn by a character with no levels in duelist class, such character will get the Precise Strike ability. If this cloak is worn by a duelist, it gets a +4 competence bonus to attack rolls while parrying. Additionally, her Precise Strike ability now adds 1.5 of her duelist level as a bonus to her damage rolls. It also allows the wearer to cast a Sacred Nimbus spell 3 times per day as a 9th level cleric. Then Precise Strike The duelist gains the ability to strike precisely with a light or one-handed piercing weapon, adding a quarter per level as a bonus to her damage rolls. It's pretty good if you have a duelist. Alright, so that puzzle is complete. So I don't have the solution for this puzzle figured out, or I don't have as confident a solution as I did for that one. They mention an upside down 5-pointed star, and I was selecting the shape that has 5 dots on it because I thought, oh, 5 points, 5 points. But I don't think that's right, because I don't think this is a circle, and obviously an upside down 5-pointed star is referencing a pentagram. I think it's referencing this one, because this one's a circle. This one is not. So let me look at the clue again. Triangle, upside down 5-pointed star, squares and circles.
Together we stand.
It's a triangle. And if I'm right, then this. Squares and circles. So I have to use all 5?
My will is resolute.
Or am I still doing it wrong?
No reason to pause.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
We will win this war.
I got lucky on that one. That doesn't make any sense to me. When the first two make sense, triangle, a 5-pointed star would be in a circle, not a 5-sided shape. But then it was squares and then circles. I don't know why. It was triangle, or I guess 3, 6, 5, 4. Like, this isn't a square or a circle, as far as I can tell. I mean, it looks like segmented lines. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, so circle mask. A mysterious white mask with the inscription, I am the circle. And Cloak of Carnage. This cloak grants the wearer a +5 competence bonus on knowledge arcana skill checks, and adds +2 to the DC for all saving throws against spells from the evocation school the wielder casts. I don't think I have a reason to use this. We haven't had trouble passing knowledge arcana checks. I get the +2 bonus from this. I'd rather have the saving throws. The saving throw bonus from this versus this. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Okay. So I guess we're free to go. I'll take this exit, see if it takes us somewhere new. Then we can just teleport back to Dresden and continue. Pretty sure we're done here.
Becoming distracted.
I'm assuming we won't be locked out once we leave,
dismembered.
because I feel like if that were to happen after we beat the, Xanthir, it probably would have kicked us out of the dungeon, but I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I still don't fully understand the solution to that central puzzle. Well, hold on. Let me look at one thing, because there's other clues that we had. Three changes place with 4. Turn the star to nothing and behold a star in the darkness, but a different one. That doesn't make sense with that puzzle either. It wasn't referencing numbers like the other one was, it was referencing the shapes. Unless it was the sequence. Still wouldn't make sense for that puzzle. We also had this one. Chamber Lord. So, Central Chamber, Lord Baphomet. Lower 4 symbols, but only the first 2 can be seen. A 6-pointed star and a triangle. That's how you know the first 2 in that sequence. And then you have to guess the other 2. Even though it says circles and squares, but you don't actually use the circle. Well, I guess plural circles. Or wasn't it squares then circles? I know I'm wasting time here. Let's just go. I figured it out. Well, no, I need to make sure I got it right. That I understand it. No, squares come first. So yeah, it doesn't make sense that you pick the five circles. Yeah, I have no idea. I guess once you get the first 2, you just guess the other 2. Maybe I'm missing something obvious. But we figured it out. I guess that's all that matters, right? Oh yeah, the Crusade's been doing its own thing for a while. Okay, at least retake this fort, at least close to it. Oh, we can. They're a little out of our price range. We can do this, swap out like that, and then get this army on the move. Alright, they'll catch up next turn. Let's go and take care of this fort. All the trouble retaking the fort, and this is all they're going to use? Okay. I mean, I guess if they're coming from the World Wound, they don't have to worry about attacks from the rear, so if their army's surging forward, they don't have to really worry about defending what they have behind them. Since they're putting the defenders on the back foot. Alright, and then, let's see. I wanted to see, did it keep my buildings? Oh, it didn't. Well, that sucks. I mean, I expected as much, but it still sucks. This isn't the one that was upgraded, right? It was... Oh no, it was the upgraded one. Well, that sucks even more. It's no longer upgraded. That sucks. Alright, to Dresden. Somebody that teleported. Can't be somebody on the road. Second, I was taking a sip of my coffee. Oh, it's foreign.
I am prepared.
This will probably devolve into combat. Let's just play it safe.
The goddess protects us.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Before you, exhausted and seated on the ground, is none other than Thorn. He looks up at you in surprise. Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you here. It appears my luck hasn't run out just yet. May I ask for your help? You notice a sizable amount of blood pulled by his legs. The belt is tied around one leg below the knee, but that doesn't appear to have stopped the bleeding. Sosia rolls up his sleeves. Hawking can wait. We need to help the wounded first. I can take care of him. Assess Thorn's wound. Wow, what are the chances? By the look of things, the blow hit a major artery. A lot of blood is pooled on the ground. If Thorn doesn't get help soon, he will die. So much blood. He should have lost all strength and collapsed by now. How odd. Is he really that strong? Survey the area. Thorn's strength has failed him at the worst possible time. He has stopped to rest in the middle of an open area, where a deadly arrow may come flying from any direction, and anyone approaching him to help will likewise be in danger. Hey, what are you doing here? I was tracking Khalessa and found her lair not far from here. Again we fought, and again she was able to wound me. She's following my trail here as we speak. I mean, it is suspicious, but I feel like my character would be willing to help, so approach Thorn and help him. Halt, soldier. An elf seems to have leaped out of thin air, her commanding shout hitting your ears. It's a trap. Thorn is an assassin of the Winter Council. Grabbing his weapon, Thorn shouts out forcefully. Watch out. She's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Slay her before she kills us both. A trap? What are you talking about? His wound is just for show. He's unharmed in it, and full of strength. His goal is to lure you in so his cronies can attack you. I bet they're hiding nearby, waiting for the right moment. Khalessa surveys the seemingly barren landscape suspiciously. Thorn chuckles coldly. An ambush. Who is lying to us? Her or our own eyes? Why would Thorn want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. That cabal of scumbags dispatches him whenever it needs an inconvenient truth covered up. As for anyone unlucky enough to learn such truths that might sully our people's good name, well, he washes it all away with their blood. Thorn mutters, his face crunched up in contempt. Another lie. Will you ever tire of your deceit, accursed wretch? Why did you decide to intervene? You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying my debt. He gives you a stony look. Or do you think that, since I'm a drow, I don't know the meaning of honor? Thorn, yeah, I believe Khalessa. Thorn, your deception ends here. Thorn rises to his feet. His movements make it obvious that his injured leg was nothing more than a ruse. Yeah, that seemed pretty obvious considering even when he failed to check, Arushalai chimed in saying it looked like he should still be alive. Now that is a shame. If he had just believed me, this would have been over more quickly and less painfully. It's unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Not hiding his contempt, Thorn nods in the direction of the dark elves that have appeared out of the shadows. Thorn, have you gone mad? I was tasked with keeping the secrets Khalessa discovered from getting out. Knowing your reputation, I assumed that you would otherwise have unearthed them in short order. Therefore, I had no choice but to do this. No one is to blame for this, it's just the way things turned out. Who do you really serve? Thorn's voice is full of pride. I serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is not just a privilege, it's an obligation that I bear with honor, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Khalessa's words are cold and biting. Liar. You serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags, a clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lives, you murder the innocent, then you hide behind words like duty. How could you ally yourself with a drow? Are you a demon worshipper? His voice trembles tragically. I did not seek this perverted alliance, yet it was inevitable. These extreme circumstances forced me to end your life. Anamora also sought your death. The joining forces was mutually beneficial. If things were different, I'd be the first to rise up against her, but it just so happens that you have suddenly become a greater threat to my nation than she is. Khalessa is scowling, her tone acerbic. The Winter Council believes that honor is the perfect shield against any accusations of ignominious acts. Why did you ask for my help in your hunt for Khalessa? I would have preferred not to have involved you in this matter, and to put her to death myself. Then, I wouldn't have to kill you as well. Thorn sighs quietly. After my first clash with Khalessa, I realized I didn't have the strength. Thus, I decided to use you instead. and I provided some motivation. I set up those skirmishes with the drow so that my words would seem more plausible. Alright, so the whole reason he's trying to kill me is because he sees me as a threat to his nation. Is the world wound in the abyss not a larger threat? Did he not wait until after the crusade was over to try and kill me? Because right now it's pretty obvious that my entire focus is on the crusade. I'm not leaving Mendev. Seems a little short-sighted. I regret that I had to stoop to such baseness. But even more, I regret that it was unsuccessful. Can't we talk this out? Shaking his head sadly, Thorn says in a quiet voice, "I'm afraid not, Commander. We can't." Alright, you'll pay for your deception, elf. Thorn addresses you in a calm, somewhat sorrowful manner. I don't know what just came out of my mouth. Sorrowful manner. I am sorry for having to do this. Believe me, I take no pleasure in carrying out this order. The circumstances are stronger than our desires.
They will break against our resolve.
We can just charge straight to the back, so we'll do that.
No glory without risk!
I will resist. You should have listened to reason.
I'll do a slow and then have her do Phantasmal Killer. Oh, she's gonna chase him. Alright, have them collapse back here.
Prepare yourself.
So my back line is about to get attacked by all these guys.
You won't survive me.
Oh, you don't want to fight me, buddy.
Did you see that?
Oh, Sila's taking a beating too.
Fall!
These guys are not pushovers. Well, I guess they are the... Yeah, the drow, they killed us in that one random encounter as well. Gave my main character a run up for his money.
To the fray!
Alright, go ahead and charge into that guy, and we'll keep cutting down the front line.
I will bring down the divine wrath!
We never got these guys out.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
You are lacking.
Alright, it's just this guy. Easy peasy. Actually, they did do a ton of damage to us. Even in the face of death, Thorn maintains a calm, melancholic expression. I knew I would die like this. On the edge of the world, defending the threads of nobility that weave my race into a single, glorious nation. Well, at least I do not die in vain. Whose orders are you following? He just smiles sadly. You think that, since I'm at death's door, I'll reveal the secrets of my superiors. You're mistaken. I and others like me know how to make our hearts stop beating before any treacherous words can spill from our mouths. I'll remain loyal until the end. Okay. Aren't you ashamed of what you did? With a mournful look, Thorn says, "You wouldn't understand. You're not of my people." So I wonder if you're an elf if you get unique dialogue. Alright, rest in peace. Thorn closes his eyes, and a quiet, peaceful breath escapes his lips. His chest stops heaving. The fingers he had wrapped around his weapon go limp. There's a deep bitterness in Khalessa's voice. He even managed to die gracefully, despite being a complete scoundrel. Can I get an explanation as to what just happened? Thorn wasn't a Dark Hunter, he was just a hunter. He served the Winter Council, a powerful elven organization. He wants me dead because I've learned of a very dark secret. That's why they sent Thorn to kill me, and everyone I could potentially have told about it. Meaning you, soldier. Tell me about yourself, the whole truth. With a weary sigh, she says in a hollow voice, I was born in Keonan, in the blessed forest of the elves. I was different back then, pure and noble. But no matter how beautiful and fair Keonan was, it had its share of injustice, cruelty, and crimes committed with impunity. And I never could stand crimes going unpunished. I joined the Sunset Wasps, a secret sect of vigilantes dedicated to Calistria. By night, we would bring justice to those whom the law had failed to punish. Liars, traitors, molesters, murderers. But the further we went, the more our doubts grew. We asked ourselves, how reliable was the information we were getting? Could there have been any mistakes? Alas, it was too late. The whole time, we were puppets in the hands of a priestess of Discari by the name of Anamora. That monster had been toying with us, using us to kill innocents. The wasp was revealed to be a locust, and we were unmasked as criminals, outcasts. We were wanted and had nowhere to turn. The only option was to bend the knee to Anamora, who promised us protection. I was the only one who refused, but I was captured and taken by force. Then, under Anamora's watchful eye, our apprenticeship began. We did dark, horrible things, bathing in violence and spite. Myself included, I did them too. At first I was controlled by magic, then they broke me. And the dark fate, the curse of our people, took us one by one, until it finally embraced me as well. When I saw the monster I had become, I mustered what remained of my will and fled. I wanted to tell everyone the truth, tell them how we were caught in the demon's trap, let the world know about the dark fate. Anamora's hunters, my former comrades, they came for me, and they weren't the only ones, as it turned out. Tell me more about Anamora. She's a true drow, one who is never a normal elf. And even among drow, she's a dangerous monster, the deadliest of Discari's servants. Fear her. Her flesh nurses swarms of terrifying creatures, in her mind. I've learned the danger of her guile firsthand. The Winter Council, what sort of organization is it? The Winter Council is a legend, but few doubt its existence. It's said to be a clique of influential elves of Keonan, a mysterious group that watches over the interests of elven kind, protecting them, by any means necessary. Murder, espionage, blackmail. No tool is excessive for them if the reputation and honor of the elven nation are at stake. When I decided to tell the world the truth about the dark fate, the bane of our kind, I signed my own death warrant in the eyes of the Winter Council. They don't want elves to be tarnished by their association with the ignoble drow. They're too scared of being held responsible for the crimes of their dark cousins. It's better to hide this dangerous truth and destroy anyone or everyone who knows it. What's the dark fate? It's been assumed since time immemorial that the drow are either a degenerate branch of our kind or an abhorrent perversion, a mockery fostered by the dark gods. But the truth is that the chasm between the elves and the drow is much smaller than one might think. Any elf can become a drow, absolutely anyone. Whenever an elf commits unthinkable evil, letting darkness into their heart, they may one day transform. The dark fate is a state of the soul of an unrepentant malefactor who detests the light. An elf like that is no different from a drow, both in appearance and in spirit, and thus they become a drow. This whole storyline sounds like a mix between Metal Gear Solid and Kingdom Hearts. Khalessa smiles mirthlessly. Her face shows the immense fatigue of the months of wandering, fighting for survival. Such cruel irony. The elves are trying so desperately to convince everyone they have nothing to do with the drow, the most vile horde race in the world. And it turns out that the distance between a normal elf and a drow is but a single step. I see. So what now? Now I ask one last favor of you. I still have friends left in Keonan. Real friends. Ones I can trust. Send a letter to Avanara, to the leader of the Border Defenders. Recount my tragic tale so it doesn't die as the Winter Council wants it to, since I won't have the chance to speak this truth myself. Because you have to end my life now, soldier. She looks at you calmly, warily. There was neither threat nor fear in her words, only a plea for and an acceptance of the inevitable. Maybe my mythic powers can return you to the path of light. Your curse can't be irreversible. Deep-seated fear appears on Khalessa's face. No more. I've already been changed once, and I won't let anyone do it to me again. Even if you want to save me, know that I would sooner slit my own throat than allow my soul to be reshaped once more. You can't give up, but listen to her, Don Quixote. Even when the wounded beg for death, a healer must keep fighting, for every life. I've endured enough fighting, cleric. Thank you for your heartfelt words, but this case is incurable. Pray for me and let me go to Pharasma in peace. What if you can still be saved? There's a dark fate. Could there be a light fate? Maybe good deeds could heal you. With a bitter smile, Khalessa shakes her head. A light fate. Wouldn't that be nice, but no. No such blessing exists. The road into darkness goes only one way, that I must reach its end. But you can overcome it with the power of friendship. And the power of kingdom hearts. The dark impulses in my heart have been growing stronger by the day. It's been getting harder and harder to remain myself, resist the urges. I spent all my strength. When I saw Thorn dying, I almost howled in delight. I wanted to dig my nails into his face, gouge out his eyes, mangle him, and rejoice. It's not me anymore. It's the beast I've turned into. It will break free very soon. These are the last minutes of the old Khalessa's life. Please don't delay, and spare me the fate of becoming a monster. Is the curse that's damning you truly stronger than a passionate heart? Stronger than a pure soul? Even as a drow, you retain your memory, your personality. You'd still do some good and struggle against the call of evil as before. Khalessa covers your eyes warily. I understand why do you want to believe that so badly. You're afraid that you might be damned too. I don't know. Maybe it will ascend from the darkness. That path is closed to me now. I'm exhausted. I can't fight any longer. Why do you seek death? The dark fate is claiming me. I can feel the malevolence and the hatred in my heart grow fiercer with each day that passes. The memories of the crimes I was forced to commit are clouding the world before me. I refuse to tread this path any further, to turn into a monster. If you have any mercy, I beg of you, kill me and end my torment. Deliver the killing blow. I'm sorry. Goodbye, soldier. It was Bucephalus that did it. I'm tired of listening to her talk. And I had some good equipment. Hey, did his stuff come unequipped? It did. That's good. Put these back on him. I wish I could give him barding. We're gonna have some extra. It's a shame he doesn't get feats, but I guess it makes sense. Gotta keep it somewhat balanced, since he's just a free companion. So second chance. When this +3 keen elven curved blade misses an attack, the next attack made with it gains a +3 bonus on the attack roll. Multiple applications of this bonus stack until the weapon lands a hit. That's pretty good. And it's keen, so it's a 15 to 20. Ooh, man. Okay. I see.
I'll go ahead.
A pretty good piece of equipment.
I know the way.
Alright, so I'm going to call it here. I'm sure there's someone in Dresden that wants to talk, so we've been gone for a little while. We'll go to Dresden in the next episode, speak to whoever wants to speak, and go from there. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.